economic potential, foster growth, and forge partnerships that will shape the city's future. On behalf of the organizing committee, we are honored to bring together business leaders, investors, and innovators to showcase Ndola's strengths and opportunities. Our goal is to create a platform for meaningful connections, strategic partnerships, and investment opportunities that will drive economic transformation for Ndola and the thriving logistics network and strong institutional presence. All this was built on the strategic location of this city. However, over the past years, economic stagnation, underinvestment, and shifting national priorities have led to the decline of key industries as well as infrastructure. As a chamber, we recognize the urgent need to reawaken the city. It is for this reason that we have convened the Invest in Ndola Business Forum, bringing together key government ministries and agencies, the private sector, SMEs, and development stakeholders to engage in honest, solution-focused dialogue. Together, we believe we can explore and initiate sustainable investment, promote public-private partnerships, and unlock the potential of Ndola's strategic sectors. Ndola is home to the Levi Mwanawasa Stadium, a world-class sporting infrastructure which has hosted several international events, and the prestigious Ndola Golf Club, which offers a challenging and scenic course for golf enthusiasts. These facilities demonstrate our city's commitment to excellency and provide opportunities for business and leisure activities. The city is easily accessible by road and air, thanks to the Simon Mwansakapwepo International Airport, which offers flights to major regional destinations, making it an ideal location for business looking to expand into the region. We are therefore of the firm belief that Ndola is poised for economic transformation given its strategic location, skilled workforce, growing infrastructure, all rests on a favorable investment climate created by government. The key objectives of this forum are as follows. One, to highlight investment opportunities in Ndola's key sectors, which include the mining, manufacturing, agriculture, and tourism, among others. To facilitate partnerships and collaborations between local and international businesses. Promote public-private partnerships in infrastructure, manufacturing, tourism, energy, and service delivery. Showcase the city's competitive advantage, including its proximity to major markets, abundant natural resources, and business-friendly environment. To advocate for policy support and incentives that encourage local and international investment. To spotlight local SMEs and their role in revitalizing Ndola's economy. We have an exciting program lined up, which includes keynote presentations from industry leaders, panel discussions, and networking sessions. Guests of honor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a desire of the Ndola Chamber that this should not just be another talking forum. Therefore, the following are the expected outcomes. New partnerships and investments. We anticipate the formation of new business partnerships leading to investments and job creation. With about 150 attendees, we expect significant interest and engagement. Showcasing local talent. The forum will highlight Ndola's entrepreneurial spirit, innovative solutions, and success stories, demonstrating the city's potential for growth as well as development. Economic growth. By promoting Ndola's economic potential, we aim to stimulate growth and development in the region, contributing to Zambia's overall economic progress. Call to action. Let us make the most of this platform. Let us engage with the speakers, network with fellow attendees, and explore opportunities that will drive our businesses forward. Together, we believe we can unlock Ndola's economic potential and shape a brighter future for the city. I thank you all.
Please, a round of applause one more time for the chair. And at this point, I'll then invite the president, Mrs. Diana Kabala, to also make her presentation. Please, a round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. I am happy to see that it's a full house. Welcome to the inaugural Invest in Ndola Business Forum. Our objective as Ndola Chamber of Commerce for this business forum is to brainstorm on ideas to reposition our city of Ndola as a clean, green, commerce, logistics, and industrial hub. I would like all of you to reflect on that theme. And please clap for it. The business community, Ndola business community, and the government are partners in economic development of our city of Ndola and a country as a whole. And that is the reason why we have convened this business forum. We have invited our ministers. We have also invited partners from the DRC, that is the Congolese Consul General, and the ambassador of Congo to Zambia. Clap for them once again. Okay, so without further ado, I now get into my salutations. The Honorable Minister of Small and Medium Enterprise Development, the guest of honor, the Copperbelt Minister, the Democratic Republic of Congo Ambassador to Zambia, the Congolese Consul General of the Democratic Republic of Congo to Zambia, area members of Parliament present here today, Permanent Secretary for the Copperbelt, the Mayor of Ndola, government officials present, my information source, Trustee Ajesh Patel, distinguished captains of industry and business leaders, representatives of development partners and the diplomatic corps, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, I observe all protocols. Thank you. Good morning once again. So I now present my case for the city of Ndola. 15 years from now, the Ndola Chamber of Commerce envisions Ndola repositioned as a commerce, logistics, clean, green industrial hub, a truly modern city, a city powered by innovation and renewable energy, where efficient transport corridors link industries to regional and global markets. A city of thriving businesses, advanced logistics parks, digital infrastructure, and well-planned residential and commercial spaces. I hope you're visualizing that. You are. If you are visualizing, then you need to clap. Thank you. With a growing population of over 600 residents, Ndola holds the human capital and entrepreneurial energy to drive this transformation. Our people skilled, creative, and resilient are the heartbeat of this vision. Together, we can turn Ndola into a city where opportunity meets excellence and where enterprise, technology, and sustainability shape every street corner and skyline. Ndola is our home, and this is the reason why we're so passionate about developing it. Ndola stood once as the industrial and commercial capital that powered the Copperbelt's economy. Between the 1950s and 1980s, its factories ran day and night, supplying goods from tires and textiles to food and pharmaceuticals. Those of you that are born and bred of Ndola will attest to this statement. I need you to be reacting. When you clap, you show me that you're listening. Okay. Today, as we gather for the Invest in Ndola Business Forum, we reflect on where we have come from, where we stand, and where we must go. And that is the Ndola that we are building today, the heartbeat of Zambia's modern economy. As the Chamber of Commerce, we are smart enough to have done a SWOT analysis of our city of Ndola, and here it is. Our city's strengths lies in its strategic geographical location and industrial legacy, and this provides a foundation for new growth. Historical and current strengths. Ndola is a regional geographical and logistical hub. This makes it a traditional gateway to the Copper Belt and a crucial national transport junction. It hosts the Simon Mwansakapwepwe International Airport, facilitating international trade and travel. It is the terminus of the Tazama oil pipeline from Dar es Salaam and a major distribution point for the Copper Belt region. The city shares 2 border posts with the Democratic Republic of Congo, making it vital for trade facilitation and strengthening regional ties. I would like one of you to tell me what border post we're talking about. A volunteer, please. Mr. Scovella, what border posts are we talking about? And Lonshi. Thank you. Industrial and manufacturing legacy. Historically, Ndola was Zambia's largest industrial center, home to refineries for copper and petroleum at Ndeni, and manufacturing plants for tires, motor vehicle assembly, food production, confectionery, canned foods, fisheries, and more. This legacy provides existing, though underutilized, industrial infrastructure, that is factories and warehousing utilities. Commercial center status. Ndola continues to function as a key commercial and administrative center, hosting the annual Zambia International Trade Fair, which is a major draw for regional businesses. We have untapped opportunities for growth, and I would like to highlight them. Logistics and regional trade. Ndola can leverage its gateway status to become a premier regional commerce, logistics, and transit hub. Opportunity in this. Ndola should develop modern inland dry ports, warehousing, and cold storage facilities to service the immense and growing export-import traffic to and from the DRC and other SADC COMESA nations. Ndola City Council, I hope you're taking notes because we're giving you ideas of how to develop the city of Ndola. Our focus area. Border processes should be streamlined and an investment in multi-modal transport infrastructure, that is road and rail, should be prioritized in order to solidify its role as a regional trade facilitator. We are proposing to revitalize manufacturing and agro-processing and repurpose the dormant industrial infrastructure. The opportunity in this. Establish an industrial park or multi-facility economic zone that will focus on agro-processing, adding value to agriculture produce from the surrounding area and light to medium manufacturing. For example, construction, material automotive spares, machinery repair, and refurbishment. We also have opportunities in tourism and heritage. We are proposing that we develop meetings and conference facilities and exhibition and tourism sites around the ZITF and the Levi Mwanawasa Stadium, coupled with promoting historical sites such as the Dagamashod Memorial Crash Site, Lake Chilengwa, and many more. I am happy once again to have our two ministers on board, Honorable Elias Mubanga and Honorable Elisha Matambo, because we're giving this information straight to the office bearers that can make some change. Key challenges and modern solutions. Ndola's challenges mirror national issues stemming from economic shifts and structural deficiencies constraining growth. Modern solutions and interventions are proposed. Number one, the challenge is over-reliance on copper and deindustrialization. The loss of major industries, for example, copper, refining assembly plants, left behind vacant industrial sites and high unemployment, dampening investor confidence. Our proposed modern solution is offer special tax incentives and low-cost utilities within designated industrial revitalization zones to attract new, diversified manufacturing and logistics businesses, and aggressively market vacant industrial sites for reuse. I'll pause here and request that you clap for the Ndola Chamber of Commerce because we are very innovative. Thank you. I continue. We have a challenge in limited access to affordable finance, especially for SMEs. High interest rates and rigorous collateral requirements constrain SMEs and new investments, particularly for long-term industrial projects. We are proposing targeted credit and de-risking. Establish Ndola Investment Fund or a guarantee scheme in partnership with local banks to provide lower interest, long-term financing specifically for industrial and value addition projects. Focus on micro projects with trackable returns. We do have the financial sector on board. I hope you're taking notes. Honorable Minister, bureaucracy and regulatory burden. Complex licensing, land acquisition, and inconsistent policy can deter both local and foreign direct investment. We are proposing a Ndola one-stop shop investment center. Create a truly efficient, empowered single-window agency within the Ndola City Council, or ZDA, and mandate them to handle all business registration licensing and land permits for investors quickly and transparently. Thank you. I'm happy that I didn't have to ask for that. Private sector and government collaboration. Effective collaboration is essential for attracting and sustaining meaningful investment. Joint strategic planning. The government, central and local, should establish a Ndola Economic Revival Council, co-chaired by a senior government official and a leading private sector representative. This council, honorable ministers, would co-develop a 10-year Ndola investment master plan with clear, measurable targets. Ensure policy consistency and stability, which is paramount concern for long-term investors. Public-private partnerships for core infrastructure. The government should identify and package key infrastructure projects, for example, the logistics park, specialized industrial zone utilities, urban renewal, as viable PPP opportunities, de-risking them by providing sovereign guarantees or co-investing land and initial permits. I'll give a practical example. The government provides the land and fast-track approvals by the Ndola City Council. The private sector, that is FNB, Zanaco, and Access Bank, finances, builds, and operates a new wholesale market or logistics hub. investment roadshows, and aftercare. The government should actively involve successful local private sector entities in investment promotion missions. Crucially, post-investment, a dedicated investor aftercare unit must be established to solve operational problems, licenses, utility connections, permits, quickly to ensure investors feel supported. Honorable Minister Elias Mvanga, this is your department. Role and support for SMEs and local entrepreneurs. SMEs, as we all know, and local entrepreneurs are the engine of economic diversification and job creation in Ndola. SMEs drive diversification away from single industry reliance by operating in services, retail, construction, and emerging value chains. SMEs can become reliable local suppliers and service providers to larger incoming foreign investors or re-established industries, creating a strong local content component. Innovation and employment. SMEs are the primary source of new jobs and can be highly agile in adopting new technologies and business models tailored to local needs. Support mechanisms for SMEs. Incubation and skills development. Establish Ndola business incubation centers co-funded by local industry and the government. Providing shared workspace, mentorship, and business development services focused on food production, agro-processing, digital services, and light engineering. Partner the development using existing and dormant factories and facilities. The Ndola Chamber stands ready to help government actualize this. I thought you were going to clap when I said that. I see you're following, thank you. Buy local procurement policy. The Ndola City Council and large corporations, including state-owned enterprises, should implement a mandatory percentage-based procurement policy favoring certified Ndola-based SMEs for goods and services. Access to capital. Leverage constituency development fund resources for targeted SME loans or grants and facilitate access to specialized financial products, promote formalization, financial literacy, and business planning skills to make SMEs bankable. What is our low-hanging fruit here? These are sectors and areas where investment can yield immediate, visible results, quickly boosting local economic activity and employment. The low-hanging fruits are logistics and warehousing development. Impact, immediate job creation in construction, transport, and inventory management. Leverage Ndola's best asset, which is its location. The project. Develop a modern, secured logistics and warehousing park near the airport and or major road junctions, focusing initially on handling imports, exports for the Copperbelt and the DRC. Agro-processing of high-value crops. Impact. This will create jobs, reduce post-harvest losses, and generates export revenue, directly supports rural Ndola province farmers, and the project would be invest in small to medium scale processing plants for readily available local produce like vegetables, tomatoes and onions, fruits, and possibly stock feed to supply local Copperbelt and DRC markets. And I would like to conclude by saying, as Ndola and District Chamber of Commerce and Industry, we commend government's development agenda across all sectors countrywide. And as private sector, we stand ready to complement government's efforts to take advantage of Ndola's strategic positioning as a commerce and logistics capital of the region and fast-track industrial clean, green investments and infrastructure. The time to act is now. Let us together unlock our city's development potential and build the future we envision. We are indeed stronger together. I thank you.
Please, a round of applause one more time for Madam President of the Chamber, Mrs. Diana Kawaila. At this point, I will also invite His Worship, the Mayor, to make a brief address to the people. So please, a round of applause one more time as we welcome His Worship, the Mayor, Mr. Jones Kaliati.
Good morning. Give it to me better. Good morning. Pardon me, this morning my voice is worse than it originally is. Also, pardon me, I am not in a chain this morning, something that symbolizes that I am a servant of the people of Ndola. However, my speech is still the best you can ever want to listen to. Guest of honor, the Minister of Small and Medium Enterprises, Honorable Elias Mubanga, the Copper Belt Minister, Honorable Elisha Matambo, the Permanent Secretary, Mr. Lawrence Mwanza, the Consul General of the Democratic Republic of Congo, and all delegates from Congo, to you I say, bienvenue et bonjour à vous. The town clerk of the city of Ndola, Mr. George Mlenga, and the Ndola City Council Management, the President, Ndola and District Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Madam Mrs. Diana Kawaila, and of course, the Chamber Executive. Speakers at this event, distinguished delegates, members of the press, good morning. I am very, very happy this morning that we have this event today, which aims at promoting investments in Ndola. May I congratulate the organizers of this forum for a job well done and for organizing an event that resonates very well with us, our aspirations as Ndola City, and indeed as Ndola City Council. Allow me to extend my sincere thanks to our guest of honor and all the special guests for attending this business forum. Special recognition goes to all delegates from the DRC and everyone else from outside Ndola City. To you all I say, welcome to the friendly city of Ndola. Ladies and gentlemen, they invest in Ndola. They invest in Ndola Business Forum is a timely event in the city. This is because Ndola is well positioned for investments in various areas. As Ndola City Council, we are collaborating with the central government and the private sector to take the city to another level. Through the efforts of various ministries, we continue to see progress in the city. For example, the road rehabilitation works and the coming in or the upcoming refinery, which we are anxiously waiting. The private sector has also been resilient. Our role is to leverage on government programs such as CDF to enhance service delivery to our people. We also partner with private sector to drive the local economy in the city. Ladies and gentlemen, as Ndola City Council, we endeavor to provide an enabling environment, and we look forward to partnering with you to develop the city. Ladies and gentlemen, we look forward to a wonderful day and a positive outcome from this forum. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to say thank you for giving me an opportunity to welcome you and wish you well in the day's program. Thank you very much for listening to me. God bless you.
Thank you, His Worship. Please, a round of applause for him. I was tempted to say amen. Okay. As we are in the city of Ndola and also in the Copperbelt province, at this point it is my singular honor and privilege as well to introduce and welcome to give his remarks the Minister of the Copperbelt province to welcome us into the province. Please, a round of applause for the Minister of the Copperbelt province, Honorable Elisha Matambo. Please, a round of applause as he makes his way.
Viva Ndola, viva. You must answer with power. Viva Ndola, viva. Viva Ndola, viva. Viva DRC, viva. Thank you. The Minister of Small and Medium Enterprise, my brother, Honorable Mubanga, who is also Ndolan like us. His Excellency, the Ambassador of the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Consul General, Democratic Republic of Congo, the President of the Ndola and District Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and every member in that organization, His Worship the Mayor of the city of Ndola, my young brother, Mr. Kaliati, senior government officials present, distinguished captains of industry and business leaders, representatives of development partners and the diplomats who are here, members of the press, let me just say distinguished ladies and gentlemen. To those who are coming from other provinces, welcome to Kopala. Welcome to Kopala. I think let's receive them, those who are coming from other provinces. This is a province with its own character. And Ndola is a town with its own character. Let me say good morning to everyone. It gives me great pleasure to officiate and to be part of this very important function, which says Investing in Ndola Business Forum under the theme, Investing in Ndola, repositioning the city as a business, logistics, and clean, green industry hub. This is the flagship initiative of the Ndola and District Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I think we can clap for them for this important initiative. Allow me at the onset to commend the Chamber for this forward-looking initiative that outlooks Ndola full potential to reposition the city as a dynamic center for commerce, logistics, and sustainable industry. This transformation calls for a united approach, bringing together government, private sector, developer, and local communities to build a future that is economically vibrant, environmentally responsible, and globally competitive. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this forum reflects exactly the kind of collaboration that supports the core of the President of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, to promote business growth and investment attraction that foster a pro-business environment through streamlined regulations, investment incentives, and robust support for SMEs and startups. One that puts the private sector at the center of our efforts to achieve sustainable economic transformation. Ndola's economic legacy and potential. Ndola has a long standing as a cornerstone of Zambia's economic story, as the industrial and commercial heart of Copperbelt. The seat has historically driven national production, trade, and logistics. This seat is home to key institutions like Zambia Airports Corporation, Copperbelt Energy Corporation, Indian Energy, alongside a vibrant manufacturing and logistics base serving local and regional markets. Yet, like many industries, cities, it must evolve, shifting from the legacy to a future defined by sustainability, innovation, and economic diversity. The Invest in Ndola Forum is more than an event. It's a united call to reimagine and revitalize Ndola as a green, digital, and inclusive business hub. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, government priorities under the 8th Development Plan, whose goal is socio-economic transformation for improved livelihoods, provide a clear roadmap that aligns perfectly with Ndola's aspirations. Key to mention but a few. Through the leadership of the President of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, Ndola has seen the establishment of technical and vocational training centers, training of youths in various skills, which has been crucial for building a skilled local workforce that can support industrial growth in Ndola. The government has also continued to give first priority to infrastructure projects, such as the Ndola Dual Carriageway, the Kasumbalesa, Sakanya, and Mokambo border infrastructure. I'm sure you know that one of the roads which was only worked on during UNIP days is the Ndola Mufrira Road. We have already done the road from Eucharist roundabout to Sakanya border. And we will be doing the road up to Mufrira and eventually to Mokambo. We are putting up a modern border post at Sakanya as well as Mokambo, including Kasumbalesa. So if people were frustrated with investing in Ndola because if they want to go to Mufrira, they used to go through Kitwe, they will now be going straight from Ndola to Mufrira. The government has also continued to give priority to infrastructure, like I said. I've mentioned about the Sakanya border, infrastructure upgrade, the rehabilitation of feeder roads, connecting industrial and agriculture zones. These projects will reinforce Ndola's position as a gateway city for trade and logistics in the region. Besides this road, I think some people are saying, no, we can't invest in Ndola. There are no roads there. Because the way Ndola used to be, it was like there was war everywhere. The road infrastructure was terrible. President Hakainde first gave Ndola 16.5 kilometers to do mostly the urban roads. We are doing sensitive roads. For example, we are rebuilding Kabelenga Road. The dual carriageway, which is coming from Lusaka up to Ndola roundabout, will proceed from Ndola roundabout all the way to Chifuwi to be a dual carriageway from the 16.5. Some roads which were making people to say, no, we can't invest in a road like the one you call Minsund Road. We are working on it. The town center road, President, we are working on it. When the president saw that Ndola was given a road deal with a road network, he again gave Ndola 20 kilometers, meaning every constituency in Ndola, including Bwana Mkubwa, where we have industries, we will have the roads rehabilitated. Because now we are sitting at 36.5 kilometers to do the roads in the old town of Ndola. So if it was because of the roads, I think you think twice and bring back that investment and come and invest in Ndola. But I want to take this opportunity. We should thank some people. We should thank some businesses which have stood test of time with Ndola. When I was growing, I used to go to school at Lubuto Secondary School. Those days there was competition of buses which used to pick employees. Dunlop, if they buy a nice bus, Reckitt and Coleman, they also buy another one. Robert Addison, they also buy another one. Bought Longway, they also buy another one. Colgate Palmolive, they also buy another. That was the Ndola we knew. But when these companies went down, we have some companies who are all-weather friends, like Unity Garments. Clap for those companies. And I pray that when Ndola come back to life, it's coming back to life, there's no two ways about it. It will be better than the way it used to be. We should not run away from those all-weather friends and start with the new ones. Yes, it will be the new ones, but we remember these who have stood test of time. What am I trying to say? We are going to seriously work on the road network in Ndola, and we are running at a supersonic speed. I'm happy with the contractor who is doing roads in Ndola. I think they are doing a good job, and they are up to time when it comes to the schedule when they are supposed to finish these roads. Maybe in the same spirit, that's why sometimes I don't like reading these speeches. I would want to speak from my heart. Staying at the same level of thinking. Some people are saying, there are no hotels in Ndola. I want to announce to you, first of all, we started with the hotel at the trade fair, which has been fixed. We will have a brand new 5-star hotel, the one which you used to call Savoy Hotel. It will be opening shortly. State of the art. And of late, we have several lodges which have been constructed in Ndola. Some people will be saying, that place, even if you are referred to their teaching hospital, is in pathetic condition. I want to announce to you that we have worked on Ndola Teaching Hospital. The first thing, if you are referred to that place those days, what will meet you are potholes around the hospital. We have put up a brand new road around that place, including state-of-the-art car park. If you go there in the night, you think you are in Italy, but you are at Ndola Teaching Hospital. The other thing, which used to be a problem with that hospital, when you get inside, there was that smell. Remember that smell? It's no longer there. It's opposite now. You think you're at the hotel, but it's the hospital. We're still working on it. So we have a big hospital in Ndola. For those who thought, no, I think we can't invest in Ndola because of this. And besides those, the big hospital, which we are still working on, the president has given us 2 state-of-the-art mini hospitals. One was opened in Chifubu. We'll be opening another one in the next few days in Bwana Mkubwa. State-of-the-art, with state-of-the-art equipment. So when it comes to healthy, Ndola is ready to take on any investor. When you talk about, and of course, besides that, we also have the first ever cancer hospital in Ndola. Will be completed in December. State-of-the-art cancer hospital. Same as those where we have been sending people in India, it's here in Ndola. For those who don't know it, when you are going to Kitwe, the one opposite Airport Road, this side, that is the cancer hospital. What about water? Maybe it was the thing which made these investors not to invest or run away. The president had to find money to complete Kaflafta Dam with Nkana water. I've seen the MD for Nkana water here. After commissioning Kaflafta Dam, we expect an improvement in water supply in 4 districts. Ndola is the main beneficiary. Then Luansha, Masaiti, and Mpongwe. I think we will be sorting out the issue of electricity, which is affecting them somehow. After that, we expect Ndola, in terms of water supply, the situation to improve. Ndola is a city which keeps fuel for everybody, the whole country. Ngayashota kukitwe abala balira pokadiwa Ndola. We have Inden here. We have Tazama here. The storage of fuel is done here in Ndola. And I also want to announce that the president, through IDC and the Chinese government, they signed, I can call it a deal, of $1.2 billion to put up a refinery plant here in Ndola. We have already started the work. I think there was a fight of the one who launched the land and so on. But the bottom line is that there's a $1.2 billion plant coming here in Ndola. The other one, which I think my brother, the minister, who support me, was the fight which we had in cabinet. You saw our president from DRC came to sign a memorandum of understanding with his counterpart. We had that function in Lusaka, where we are going to put up electric batteries plant. The fight was, it must be in Chingola, it must be in Kalulushi, it must be in Luansha. He was there. I had to stand in the cabinet and say, Mr. President, this plant, whatever happens, it will be in Ndola. I'm the minister of Copper Belt, so it's been in Ndola. So that plant is going to be in Ndola too. Maybe they will say, after working, how do we relax in Ndola? Ndola has got nice nightclubs. They are there. Na Filavi Mufwaya, everything is there. And besides that, we've got one of the best stadiums in the country, just opposite here. So we have sport also in Ndola. This is why Ndola was chosen to be the headquarters of Copperbelt province. Security, we've tried to walk the talk of President Hakainde Hichilema by making sure that no one is above the law, no cadalism anywhere. So any investor who will come and invest in Ndola, your investment will be secured. There is law and order. I can go on and on and on, giving the advantages of investing in Ndola. Besides that, it will finish an equation of our province. Mopani has brought back life to Kitwe and Mufrira. The resuscitation of KCM has brought life back to Chingola, Chilawombo, and Nampundwe. The resurrection of the mine, I say, was at a graveyard, 28 shafts in Luansha, has brought life to Luansha, where we expect to employ more than 3,000 people. So Ndola, these other things which are not related to mining, we should think of Ndola. It has everything. There is Copperbelt Energy also here, whom we are trying to convince, like they have done in Central Province, to get part of their supply of power and restrict it to Ndola. So the Ndola can benefit, because they are the one hosting. I can push a speech number, then I'll be out of your way. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Ndola offers many avenues for potential investment. The city's strategic location gives it a neutral advantage as a logistics and commercial hub. From here, business can access the DRC. And our neighbors, our brothers and sisters there, I think they give business to Zambia in anything. If you want to sell chili, take it there. You want to sell eggs, there. Pineapples, there. Anything you think of, it will be sold. And Ndola is just near. That's why now we have Sakanya border. And what they have done on their side, actually, we were leading those days in terms of road network. They are leading. But we are running at a very supersonic speed, my brother. We are coming, eh? If you go on the other side, if you go on the other side of Kasumbalesa, they have put up a proper border post. We have also, I'm sure you saw, we signed with the concessionaire who put up state-of-the-art mall at Kasumbalesa. We are bringing order there. There will be one of the best hotels on the Copperbelt there. There will be banks there. So that arrangement of mixing things, Chihuahua, Katapa, Imbalala, there, I think there will be order. So that is how strategic this seat is. We have TRC, Angola, Tanzania corridors with ease. Other offer exceptional opportunities for investors. Manufacturing and agro-processing, particularly in food, beverages, fertilizer blending, and packaging industries. Transport and logistics, leveraging Ndola's central location and improved road and air infrastructure. I've talked about the road infrastructure, which we are working on. Renewable energy, invest in solar and bioenergy solutions to support sustainable industry. You will never go wrong to invest in Ndola in these things I'm talking about. Tourism and real estate, tapping into Ndola's growing hospitality and urban housing demand. You can come and invest in houses. You can put up another 5-star hotel so that we have more. ICT and innovation, enabling digital trades, e-governance, and smart city initiatives. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, I wish to take this opportunity to recognize and sincerely thank, number one, the Ndola and District Chamber of Commerce and Industry for their leadership in organizing this forum and for consistently advocating for Ndola's economic development. Keep the fire burning, as provincial administration will be at your disposal, and support this program to the end. All our distinguished speakers, panelists, and participants for sharing your expertise and vision for the city. Our development partners and sponsors whose support makes forums such as this possible. Investors and business leaders who continue to demonstrate confidence in Ndola by putting their resources, skills, and time into developing the city. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Invest in Ndola Business Forum is a timely and visionary initiative. It reminds us that Ndola's story is far from over. It is entering a new chapter. Ndola has to come back in the Champions League, just like Copperbelt has done. As Copperbelt Province, we reaffirm our commitment to supporting every investor, every entrepreneur, and every institution that believes in Ndola's future. Together, let us turn today's dialogue into tomorrow's action. Let us invest in Ndola and build a city that stands as a model for green, inclusive, and industrial transformation in Zambia and beyond. May Ndola come back to life in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you.
Please, a round of applause one more time for the Honorable Minister of the Copperbelt Province. Indeed, they're exciting times for the city of Ndola and the areas around. Right, moving on at this stage, it is also my honor to call upon the Consul General of the Democratic Republic of Congo, who will then also introduce the ambassador. Please, a round of applause for the Consul General, Mr. Jean-Claude Tuite.
Excellences, honorables les ministres, Excellences, Messieurs les ambassadeurs,
Excellency the Ambassador,
Madame la Présidente de la Chambre de commerce de Ndola,
the President of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Ndola,
Mesdames et Messieurs les membres de cette Chambre,
members of the Chamber,
distingués invités en vos titres et qualités,
distinguished guests in your respective capacity,
permettez-moi d'abord de remercier Dieu, le Créateur, le Tout-Puissant,
allow me first and foremost to thank the Almighty God
pour cette opportunité.
for this opportunity.
Et je tiens d'abord à saluer et à rendre un vibrant hommage au leadership visionnaire de nos deux chefs d'État,
First and foremost, allow me again to acknowledge the visionary leadership of our two heads of state.
Son Excellence M. Félix Antoine Tshisekedi Tshilombo, président de la République démocratique du Congo,
His Excellency Felix Antoine Tshisekedi Tshilombo, President of the Democratic Republic of Congo,
et son homologue, Son Excellence M. Hakainde Hichilema, président de la République de Zambie,
and his counterpart, His Excellency Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia.
depuis leur accession à la magistrature suprême,
From the time they took power,
Les deux œuvrent sans relâche à la consolidation de relations bilatérales.
The two are working tirelessly for the strengthening of our bilateral relations.
Ces efforts portent leurs fruits dans plusieurs secteurs,
And these efforts are actually producing a lot of fruits in different domains or areas,
notamment les mines, l'agriculture, le
being
commerce,
it in
l'énergie et les
mines,
infrastructures,
agriculture, trade, and so on and so forth.
pour n'en citer que quelques-uns.
Just to cite or to mention a few of them.
L'illustration la plus éloquente
And the illustration that
Dans-
is
de
quite
cette
interesting
coopération demeure l'accord signé en 2023 qui porte sur le développement de la chaîne de production de batteries électriques.
is actually the signing of the agreement on the production of electric batteries.
Mon intervention s'inscrit dans le thème emblématique Investir en Ndola.
Actually, I'm here to talk about invest in Ndola, which is the theme that we are here for.
Ma présentation portera sur le sous-thème les liens commerciaux entre la RDC et la Zambie.
And my presentation is going to talk about the linkage, the trade linkages between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Zambia.
Qui va s'articuler autour de 3 points suivants.
And 3 points are going to be talked about, and these are the points.
Le renforcement des liens commerciaux entre la République démocratique du Congo et la Zambie.
The strengthening of our trade relations between DRC and Zambia,
Le commerce transfrontalier.
the cross-border trade,
Les nouvelles opportunités d'affaires bilatérales.
and also the opportunities of business between our two countries.
Et enfin, je vais tirer ma conclusion.
And finally, I'm going to conclude.
Tel que vous voyez, on vient de nous lancer la carte géographique de
As
la
you can
République
see,
démocratique du Congo et de la Zambie.
we are having here the card of the map of Zambia.
Je tiens à insister sur une vérité fondamentale et une réalité économique et historique.
I want to mention something which is very important historically and also geographically.
Le Copperbelt, dont la capitale est Ndola,
The Copper Belt, of which the capital is Ndola,
et le Grand Katanga avec les quelques provinces qui partagent la plus longue frontière avec le Copperbelt,
and the Great Katanga, which has got a number of provinces that share the common border with the Copper Belt,
sont considérés comme deux bébés siamois.
are considered like Siamese twins.
Tel que vous voyez la carte,
If you look at that map,
l'immense territoire du Grand Katanga s'enfonce dans la province de Copperbelt, particulièrement au niveau de la ville de Ndola.
you can see that the Great Katanga is actually penetrating into Zambia, where you also have the Copper Belt province there.
Cela veut dire tout simplement que nous sommes deux entités géographiques et économiques intimement liées.
This implies that we are two entities that are really linked.
Nous sommes condamnés par la géographie et l'histoire à travailler main dans la main.
And we are actually called to work together, being it geographically or historically.
L'avenir de ces deux peuples, congolais et zambiens, repose sur notre capacité à transformer cette proximité en une commune force.
And the strength is actually for us to transform that into something that will be tangible for the benefits of our two countries.
Donc nous devons embrasser et collaborer pleinement.
So we have to continue working together.
Il convient de rappeler ici que les relations diplomatiques et commerciales entre les deux provinces
I have to mention here that the relations between our two provinces,
remontent de l'année 1964
they date from 1964.
et depuis cette date historique, nos deux provinces, à travers les différentes structures, n'ont cessé de renforcer et de diversifier leurs liens commerciaux.
And from that time, the relations continue to be strengthened in at various levels.
Pour votre information, nous avons signé plus de 14 accords
For your information, you have to know that Zambia and DRC have signed more than 14 agreements,
dont l'accord sur la fabrication des batteries électriques en 2023,
like that one which I mentioned concerning the production of electric batteries in 2023,
l'accord commercial en 2015,
the trade agreement in 2015,
l'accord sur l'importation de maïs et de safarine en 2021,
and also the agreement on the importation of maize and mealie meal in 2015.
et tant d'autres qui facilitent la libre circulation des biens des personnes. le long
And
de
a
cette
good
frontière.
number of other agreements that are actually facilitating trade between our two countries.
Nous sommes tous membres du COMESA et de la SADC.
And we are both members of COMESA and SADC.
Nous nous attelons à créer des zones économiques spéciales dans le but d'attirer l'investissement direct et étranger.
And we are actually putting in place both sides these economic facility zones in order to continue strengthening trades.
Bientôt, la mise en place de one-stop border posts
And
dans les différents postes frontaliers qui vont faciliter davantage les flux de commerce entre nos deux peuples.
And soon we are going to put up the one-stop border posts in different border posts so that it can continue to strengthen the trade between our two countries.
Ici, les entreprises zambiennes et congolaises doivent mettre sur pied des activités conjointes qui doivent augmenter la visibilité et l'attractivité de notre région.
And it is my call that companies being it in Zambia or DRC should continue to work together in order to ensure that visibility is actually seen when it comes to trade and business.
Vous serez d'accord avec moi qu'entre la ville de Ndola,
You agree with me that between Ndola as a town,
Kitwe, Chingola, Mufulira, Chilelabombwe, Lubumbashi, Likasi, Kambov, jusqu'à Kolwezi à Kamoa,
and all these towns that I've mentioned up to Kamoa into DRC,
il s'étale un certain nombre de minéraux,
there are a good number of minerals,
le cuivre, le cobalt, le germanium et tant d'autres,
cobalt, copper, and a good number of minerals.
nous pouvons démontrer au monde le potentiel de cette partie de l'Afrique
It's up to us now to show to the entire world that this part of Africa,
qui, à elle seule, est responsable d'environ 90% de la production de cuivre et de cobalt sur le continent africain.
which actually, according to the statistics, has got the reserve, which is 90% of copper and cobalt in the entire Africa.
Ce forum offre un privilège pour échanger,
So this forum is actually a platform in order for us to exchange,
pour nouer des partenariats solides et favorables à une coopération mutuelle et bénéfique.
to create partnerships that are going to be beneficial both sides.
Dans un esprit d'ouverture, de confiance et d'ambition partagée,
And this in a manner that is going to be of shared ambitions.
et aussi pour donner une occasion aux entreprises congolaises présentes dans cette salle à saisir cette opportunité de présenter leurs projets ou services aux potentiels partenaires zambiens.
And also to give a chance to Congolese companies who are here present, a good number of them for that matter, for them to actually create some partnerships with their counterparts from Zambia.
Par conséquent, investir dans ces deux provinces
So investing in these two provinces,
fera de ce corridor minier une plateforme de la croissance économique pour le bien-être de nos deux populations.
is going to make of this corridor, a mining corridor, a place that is going to benefit our two populations, being it in Zambia or in DRC.
Et même pour une intégration de toute l'Afrique, qui
And-
le veut, de nos pères fondateurs de l'unité africaine.
and also for the integration of the entire Africa, which is the wish of our forefathers.
Et je voudrais insister ici que les deux pays ont été un exemple dans la région en termes de bon voisinage.
I have to mention here that our two countries have actually been an example when it comes to good neighborhood.
Tous les différends ont toujours été réglés pacifiquement.
Any misunderstanding that we might have in the past were resolved amicably and peacefully.
C'est pour dire que la paix, c'est un investissement collectif.
This implies that peace is a collective investment.
Sans la paix, il n'y aura pas de prospérité.
Without peace, there is no prosperity.
Alors, sur le commerce transfrontalier,
On the cross-border trade,
ce qu'il faut retenir ici, c'est que le commerce transfrontalier entre les deux pays, entre les deux provinces,
what you need to get here is that the trade between our two provinces,
c'est vraiment, il est intense et vital pour l'économie de nos deux provinces.
it is actually very vital and very important for our two provinces.
Comme on l'a souligné par mes prédécesseurs, il existe dans tous les postes frontaliers majeurs comme Kasumbalesa, Mokambo et Sakania des facilités de mouvement d'aller et revenir avec de légères formalités, n'est-ce pas, à la frontière.
As it has been mentioned by those that spoke before me, you note that at these border posts there are a number of mechanisms that have been put in place in order to facilitate the trade so that people can cross the border without any problem.
La création en Ndola
The,
de
crea-
la Multi-Facility Economic Zone
the creation of the multi-facility economic zone in Ndola
devrait accélérer et promouvoir les investissements pour permettre aux hommes d'affaires de la RDC
should
de s'y installer aussi.
should create an environment whereby also Congolese companies or businessmen who are interested to come and invest in Ndola can also come and invest.
Les deux provinces constituent une véritable plaque tournante des échanges commerciaux.
These two provinces are actually a hub that must facilitate trade and business.
La RDC à elle seule constitue un marché important.
And
avec
as you may
plus
be
ou moins
aware,
100 millions de consommateurs potentiels.
DRC on its own is a big market with a potential of you selling to more than 100 million people.
À ce titre,
In this regard,
à titre d'exemple, le poste de Kasumbalesa à lui seul
I will give an example. When you talk the border post, Kasumbalesa border post, on it, just Kasumbalesa border post,
il y traite entre 1000 et 3000 camions qui passent par ce poste-là.
a number of trucks that pass on a daily basis. It is between 1,000 and 3,000 trucks.
On parle ici en termes... Et tout ce mouvement-là s'estime à des millions de dollars, des biens de consommation courante et
And these movements are actually can be translated into millions of dollars and also in a good number of goods that are actually crossing the border.
oui, ça passe par la Zambie pour la RDC.
And some of the goods that are coming from DRC are actually transiting through Zambia, going to different destinations.
Le volume des importations annuelles de produits manufacturés dans les secteurs, par exemple, agroalimentaires,
When we take the example of the agro industry, when it comes to manufacturing products,
ça s'évalue en termes de milliards de dollars américains.
can also be evaluated into billions of United dollars.
Cela démontre en suffisance qu'il y a un marché important.
This
intérieur entre les deux
demonstrates that
provinces.
there is a big market, a very important market that can be exploited.
Parlons de nouvelles opportunités d'affaires bilatérales entre les deux provinces.
Let's talk now about bilateral opportunities between our two countries.
Il faut noter ici que Ces nouvelles opportunités sont nombreuses.
I have to mention here the opportunities are many
Et cela dans de nombreux secteurs,
and in various sectors,
tels que les mines,
being it in mining,
l'agro-industrie,
agro-industry,
l'énergie, les infrastructures
energy, infrastructure,
et le tourisme.
and also in tourism.
Madame la Présidente,
Madam
de la
President
Chambre de
of the
commerce,
Chambers of Commerce and Industry,
de par leurs innombrables atouts entre la RDC et la Zambie en
with
général,
all these that I've mentioned between our two countries,
les deux provinces disposent d'un potentiel en milliards de dollars représentant les opportunités
these two provinces have got a lot of potentials which can be translated in millions or if not billions of dollars.
que les secteurs privés peuvent se saisir.
And these private sectors should actually take advantage of that.
La République démocratique du Congo
The Democratic Republic of Congo
est un pays immense
is a great country
et représente un marché considérable avec une population de consommateurs potentiels
has got a big market and a lot of potential consumers.
Le pays a des besoins criants en matière d'infrastructure,
The country has got a lot of needs when it comes to infrastructure
un réseau routier colossal à réhabiliter.
and a good number of roads needs to be rehabilitated.
Donc, la RDC constitue à elle seule une véritable république d'affaires et d'opportunités.
So DRC is a republic of business on its own.
C'est ici le cadre pour inviter les investisseurs ici présents
That's why I'm here to actually appeal to the investors that are here
à rejoindre le projet du corridor de Lobito
to join the Lobito Corridor project,
qui offre beaucoup d'opportunités pour
which
vous
is
les hommes d'affaires.
offering a lot of opportunities for you business men and women.
Et en conclusion,
And in conclusion, as I conclude,
ce forum a mobilisé, tel que vous l'avez suivi, la participation de plus de 20 entreprises congolaises
as you may be aware, this forum has actually mobilized more than 20 Congolese companies who are here present with us.
Cela illustre la volonté commune de stimuler les investissements et les échanges économiques
This shows the interest of DRC when it comes to partnerships with Zambia
et l'augmentation des entreprises étrangères sur le marché des deux provinces.
and also the adding of a good number of companies on both markets, being it in DRC or here in
Et
Zambia,
pour booster une coopération économique durable gagnant-gagnant.
and also to strengthen that bilateral relations which is supposed to be a win-win situation.
Nous devons intensifier le commerce entre nos différents postes frontaliers
We have to strengthen trades between our two border posts.
et de par sa proximité avec la RDC, Ndola devrait être un hub pour le développement intégré de l'Afrique centrale et même de l'Afrique australe.
And considering the positioning of Ndola, this city should be a hub where development of the entire Africa or the region should start from.
Madame la présidente de la Chambre de commerce de Ndola,
Madame, the President of Chamber of Commerce,
nous devons
Ndola,
passer au commerce à l'investissement
we have to go from trade to investment
en améliorant le climat des affaires
by actually ensuring that we work on the climate, the environment of this business,
pour que les hommes d'affaires de deux provinces
so that the businessmen from these two provinces,
investissent ensemble dans des projets communs.
so that they could invest together in joint ventures
Et créer des partenariats, des joint ventures pour créer de l'emploi et de la valeur.
and create joint ventures in order to add value to whatever it is that they are doing.
Nous devons créer les conditions de ce rapprochement à travers les forums comme celui-ci.
We have to create those environments of bringing these businessmen together in fora like this one.
Les rencontres entre les différentes chambres de commerce des deux provinces.
Meetings between our two chambers of commerce, being it in Zambia or in DRC.
Et le consulat dont j'ai la charge va jouer le rôle de rapprocher les hommes d'affaires.
And the consulate is going to play its role in bringing together these businessmen in both provinces.
Vive la chambre de commerce.
Viva
Ndola.
the Chamber of Commerce of Ndola.
Vive la République démocratique du Congo.
Viva the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Vive la République de Zambie.
Viva the Republic of Zambia.
Et à ce titre, je voudrais inviter Son Excellence l'ambassadeur de la République démocratique du Congo,
And at this juncture, allow me to invite His Excellency, the Ambassador of the Democratic Republic of Congo,
qui est aussi représentant permanent de la RDC auprès du secrétaire général de COMESA.
and who is also the permanent representative of the Democratic Republic of Congo to COMESA.
Honorable MPs and ministers, allow me, I will not speak in French because I don't want to be mistranslated or misunderstood. Members of the diplomatic corps, excellencies, members of the press, dear sponsors, distinguished guests, all protocol observed. Well, it is with profound gratitude that I take the responsibility to address this very distinguished and wonderful seminar. Well, as you may have heard from my Consul General, he has broadly addressed the issue concerning trade and investment between both our countries. I will not be talking to you as the DRC ambassador in Zambia. I'm talking to you as the Zambian ambassador in Zambia because I'm home. Allow me also to say, instead of good morning, I'd rather say mulishani. Because I want to feel that I'm really in my own home. I don't want to feel that I'm a Congolese in Zambia. For my Congolese brothers here present, trust me, Zambia is the place. It has created the ecosystem that allows you to feel safe with your investment. Please, stop this judgment. Stop this profiling of one another. Bring yourselves together. Create a vacuum. Let both of you not be seen as different people, but be seen as one, because Zambia and Congo share over 2,000 kilometers worth of border. We are one people, traditionally, culturally, and in all aspects. The Copperbelt Minister, with all due respect, and all delegates here present, I am very, very glad to be part of this wonderful gathering. And thanks a lot to the Ndola and District Chamber of Commerce for organizing this wonderful, welcoming environment. And also let me acknowledge the strong input from the different sponsors, because without whom this event wouldn't be possible. But above all, I would like also to acknowledge the leadership of both our leaders, that is President Hakainde Chilema, the President of the Republic of Zambia, and President Felix Antoine Tshisekedi, for really working hard in bringing both our communities, people together. We need to advocate for peace, unity, development. It needs to start from us, not from anyone else. We need to start it. And the potentials are there, as the Consular General just expressed it. If there's more than $1 billion that is being traded between the two provinces, how much more about investing in building hotels and so forth? So let's seize the opportunity. Please, my brothers, I will not hold you longer because I know the ministers have some other assignments. But let me just say thank you to you all for listening to me, and I wish you a wonderful proceeding. Thank you.
Please, a round of applause one more time for the Consul General, as well as His Excellency, the Ambassador of the Democratic Republic of Congo to Zambia. Thank you so much for those insightful remarks and those words that should encourage investment from on both sides of the border. Okay, at this point, I will call upon the town clerk, who will then also introduce our guest of honor. Please, a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I know you've been yearning to listen to our guest speaker. I stand here in front of you on behalf of the head of government in Ndola district, the district commissioner, to lift the guest of honor, the Minister of Small and Medium Enterprise Development in the Republic of Zambia, Honorable Elias Mwanga, to address us. Honorable Minister, sir.
Good morning to each one of you here. It's quite exciting. Let me recognize the presence of our provincial minister, Honorable Elisha Matambo. Thank you, sir. This is a full support Ndola needed. He's here to support the business community in Ndola and, of course, the business community in the Republic of Congo, which is very good. The ambassador himself is here, the ambassador from the Republic of Congo, DRC. Full support. Then Ndola will never be the same. And the one who actually lives in Ndola, the Consul General from DRC. What a partnership, what an arrangement. The representative of our area member of parliament and representative of our permanent secretary, the mayor, is here. He's just left because he's not feeling too well. And the president, thank you, madam, for organizing this event, which is a business forum for me. Madam, thank you so very much. All senior government officials present, distinguished captains of industry who are here, and business leaders, representatives of development partners, and those that are coming from other embassies within our country, and members of the press. This is extremely important. We need to, send the airwaves that Ndola is ready for investment. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say good morning, and I'm also excited to be here, honestly. And I'm in a capacity of Minister of SME, guest of honor, but also acting Minister of Commerce and Trade in the country because the minister is out of the country. So you've got two portfolios within me carrying the economics of the country. So I want to first welcome each one of you, and excited that I could be invited here to be the guest of honor to this important event where I am giving a keynote speech at what we are calling Invest in Ndola. Invest in Ndola. This is a forum that will attract the investment in Ndola. Mind you, Ndola was the only city in those days where we have had so much industries. The provincial minister is talked about that. Came into Ndola here some time back. You will see everything, whether you are in Kasama, even at times in Lubumbashi there, you will see made in Ndola, packaged in Ndola, this in Ndola, that in Ndola. What does that entail? Ndola has potential. Ndola has potential. And I'm happy for this because the president is talking about each province and each district to have their own economy, to grow their own economy. Because when you visit elsewhere, you will see each town with its own economy. Investors, everything within that. No, I have to go to Lusaka to go and get this. No, I have to go to Quito to go and get this. Everything should be in Ndola. And that's why this forum is very important. It's very, very important. As, you know, Minister of SME, you know, and Minister of Commerce, this is what we are championing as well. So that when I get to Ndola, I shouldn't be missing anything. Look what the president has done. And at first I want to speak of the both presidents, for DRC and for Zambia. They had been meeting to look at, you know, the mountains, the holes, which we found. I want to talk about that. Ndola was dead, Honorable Minister. Before the UPND government came into power, Ndola was completely dead. We dependent on the government ministries. Even when you wanted to see some money moving up and down, it's when the civil servants have gotten paid. You cannot run an economy with government, public sector. It will never work like that. Economy is always run private sector who are in here. And the president, first and foremost, he realized we needed to bring in the private sector to grow our economy, because that is a paramount. Number one policy of UPND government is to growing the economy. That's number one. How do we do this? Okay, before we can even tackle on the mountains, the dates which we found. The mines the minister, Cop Belt, has talked about, which were dead. And most of those mining companies, others were in court in London, others they ran away. Absolutely nothing. And that's why the economy in Ndola was dead. So he says we needed to wake up the private sector. And he created what he called public-private dialogue forum, so that we can discuss. And that has worked. It was created and it's working. The Zambian economy must be driven and is being driven by private sector now. Go into all these mines. Yes, with partnerships as well, with government and other individuals coming outside of our country, especially the DRC, especially in Ndola here, because that is a huge market we have. And that's our neighbors. where will you go and find they've drawn the line? It's just the line you see. It's just those lines when you are looking at the what? The maps. Otherwise, you walk in there anyway. So, this is a very, very important, and it has come at a right time when your government is championing this. Ndola, I repeat, must have his own economy. In anything, in everything. The Ministry of SME, we've put up the industrial yards there. You go, you see them. And the SMEs are there doing small and medium manufacturing and processing. So we want to bring back Ndola to the early stage of Ndola, where everyone needed to come and live in Ndola. Even for me, when I was in a secondary school, I said, I'll go and live in Ndola, because I used to see the biscuit, packaged, processed in Ndola. The sweets, everything. When I was young, it was Ndola, Ndola, and Ndola. And for sure, my investments are in Ndola. When the president said, Minister, you need to come. In fact, we are supposed to come, Minister Commerce and myself, Mr. SME. But then, when he left, I was also appointed acting minister. So we both here. And I was excited to, that is where my investments are. In Ndola, I'm going to support. So from government point of view, we're here to give you the full support. Full support that Ndola requires. We had a short meeting where we talked about some of the things that, making Ndola maybe to be difficult, and the ministers talked about them. And these things, government, there is an enabling environment now. Look, the infrastructure is being done, meaning the roads. So it's easier. I don't want to labor on that because the minister has already touched it. But as Commerce and SME minister, there is where you're talking about taxes. We in talks with the Minister of Finance. But as the economy grows, this is when we also bring in the things that will enable you, the captains of industry, to move very fast. We are in talks, and you will see what your government will do, especially for small and medium businesses. And then I also wanted to say, it's an emphasis. Don't just look at trading. Trading, have a shop. We emphasizing manufacturing. You need to add value to our natural resources. Why Ndola was taking some of the products coming from the mining byproducts were being processed here in Ndola. So we want to have Ndola to be a processing hub of the copper belt. And by the way, Ndola is the capital seat of the copper belt. So we need to do value addition here. How do you do value addition? Put up small, medium processing plants. Manufacture. We need to get the way Chinese grew their economy. This one is, making this one is manufacturing that, this one is processing this. That's what we need. So we need to think big, and we need to be very innovative. Innovation nowadays in technology is key. I'm happy. So this, I think, forum is good for you. Give yourself time to talk to each other, because you are all business people in here, and you want to hear what others are doing. Come to government. The minister is here. Go to the minister's office. Come to the Minister of SME and see the Minister or the Minister of Commerce if you've got an issue. We will support you. One thing that maybe the minister did not emphasize much is where now we are saying private sector take advantage of the mining sector which is on the Copper Belt. Big mines are on the Copper Belt. And these mines are now working because the minister talked about it and we were there and you've seen what's going on. You've seen the Kwacha, the way it's performing. That, for a business, that's why I'm saying it has come at a very right time. The economy is actually moving now. I left you somewhere where I said there were mountains. All the mountains, almost, let me say, almost all the mountains except energy. And we are going to tell you in the next few months from now where we're taking this energy issue. But the mining sector, it's done. Agriculture sector, done. Health sector, go in the hospitals, done. Restructuring of our debt, done. What does this mean? So most of all those mountains have been broken down. And now we are starting to build. Then you start seeing this house going up. The moment you start seeing the house going up, it means one block is yours. You've also started growing your business. That's how you grow your economy. And Ndola must not be left out. Go to Livingstone. Go and see what's going on. The hotels are full. I was in here some time back, 4 years ago. This hotel here was empty. Yesterday I came back from Chama. Chama is in the village. And we are using a caravan of an helicopter. We had to stop somewhere and we slept on the way. In Nimba there. I could not find a what? A lodge where to sleep. It is full. Landing in Lusaka Airport, you see planes coming in and going out. Those are the indicators. And cargo, big planes are coming in there, offloading. 4 years ago, or 5 years ago, there it's one plane the whole day. Our workers at the airport yesterday, when I was interviewing them, both here and there, they are saying we are very busy, Minister. So take advantage as business community, not just in Ndola, but the entire country. Because your president, Hakainde Hichilema, is now done it. Is actually done it. Now I need to hear you. Check the exchange rate today. Check it up. And it's not fake. That is a real economy, because the economy was 4 years ago, it was minus 2.8. Now it's growing. 4, 5. By the end of the year, it's going to be 6. So these are the indicators, you business people. Because you'll be left behind. I was eating. I'm giving examples and I'm about to finish. Because this is to excite you. Because what I'm talking about, you seeing them. You're able to tell. Yesterday I was eating there. They had to prepare another table because it was full. What are all these people doing here? Different kind of people, different color, coming from different countries. Here in Ndola, which was dead. Sorry, I'm using that, but it was. This morning, someone came. I was taking a cup of tea just there. He just said, Minister, this is the right track. You understand things. Some of you, mwalichita economics, you understand. Mwalishi wokupendenda you accountants, you know. And you know the indicators of this economy is now growing. I've just picked on a number of issues. But then, as we are doing this, yes, government has also demonstrated by bringing in policies and in fact reforms to create this environment you are seeing. Is actually reforms, and we had to fight with public workers. And we are still doing that. And this is why you helped us, you private sector, you helped government, and you are still helping us to do much more. So that the mindset within our civil servants, or rather the public workers, should be changed, because you need to move with the wind. And this is why I'm saying move with what is going on as a business. Otherwise, you remain alone. You know, in Bemba we say kankungwe kale ufilewa yana ken. Ukule umwera na yofu ufilewa. This is where we are taking the country. So we move with the current situation economically. So I'm encouraging you to also visit our offices. Ministry of SME, we've created some fund for you, which is very affordable. And we've partnered with now financial institutions who should be able to do what? To offer you the affordable loans. They've tailor-made some product to support the business community. Bank of Zambia, early next January, we're rolling out a 5 billion. That 5 billion will be granted to you, the business community. 5 billion. To you. Some of you go through the Ministry of Commerce, some of you go through the Ministry of SME, so that we can also give a support for you to have access to that fund to support our private sector. That is your president. He says, I've stopped moving up and down. All the mountains I was looking for, wherever I went, I've done it. Now, he's in here. He is just trotting from province to province, because he wants to make sure that in Muchinga province, where I'm coming from, we shall have 2 big mines to support business community there. There'll be a phosphate mine, and there will be a big gold mine to support also our artisanal miners. Now he says, the economy is growing. Our people should benefit, because now some people may not see it. And God has opened where God was. It was still there. I mean, Ambassador, in Congo, there is God. In Zimbabwe, there is God. In Tanzania, there is God. In Angola, there is God. What about Zambia? You've seen now, it's all over, and this is your opportunity. And what I'm talking about is that this natural resource, the critical minerals, gold, lithium, belongs to you Zambians with partnerships. The president authorized the Minister of Mines to sign what, in conclusion, to sign what we're calling local content. That local content is to support you, the business community, the local entrepreneurs. And that's law. And our mining firm are supporting that. Copper Belt Minister, Minister of Mines, Minister SME and Minister Commerce, we have a date with the mining firms to go and just reinforce and talk. Take advantage. Imagine the procurement or contracts given within a month, it's $1 billion. I'm giving an example. And 20%. 20%, 25, 20%, 20%. It's all for locals. Calculate, you are business people. Just calculate. Have you calculated how much is it to remain within Ndola, local economy? How much? 200 million what? How do you grow the economy? That is a neighboring environment your government has put in place. And I'm happy to be here, honestly. So we will move together on this. And we'll make sure that Zambian entrepreneurs, local entrepreneurs, in fact, the Minister of Mines likes to say, local, local. Because if you say local, but local, local. So that we support our local businesses. We grow. I'll start with Ndola economy, Kitwe economy, Chingola economy, Mufulira economy. Here there is $20 million, there is $30 million, there is $40 million. And with all these initiatives government has put in place, Ndola is the right city to invest. God bless you. And now I'll be declaring this investment in Ndola Forum officially opened. May God bless you and enjoy the rest of the day.
Please, another round of applause for our guest of honor today, the Honorable Minister of Small and Medium Enterprise Development, Honorable Elias Mubanga. Thank you so much for those remarks. And indeed, the forum is open, and we're excited to have dialogue, discussion, and hear various remarks from captains of industry and market players. At this point, we will take a short tea break, a very short tea break for literally just 10 minutes. Literally, you can get something and come back. But it will also allow our dignitaries to have to leave. And we want to thank them once again, those that have been attending here. Okay, right. So at first we'll take a photo, and then we'll allow. So I'll allow our guests to make the way to the stage. Once they're able to take their photo, then we'll be able to break for tea. So the panelists as well, those of you that will be on the panel, this will be a great time for us to take the photo so that as our ministers will have to leave briefly, I'll ask the cameraman to please help organize us so that we do so smoothly. In the meantime, please, some music can play very softly and in the background. I think that, I don't know who's organizing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we will allow our honored guests to make their way out. And now please ask, once they do so, we will then also be able to leave for a very short tea break. It will only be 10 minutes. 10 minutes, and we'll be back. And I'll kindly ask that those that are making their presentations, I believe the Ndola City Council will be first. Please, if we can clear the pathways. So please, ladies and gentlemen, 10 minutes. 10 minutes, we'll be back here. It is 12:13. By 12:23, we are back inside, ready to go. So please grab yourself tea and refreshments very quickly. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if we can please start making our way inside. Constance, maybe you can just help me there. I don't know if people are hearing me. If we can please start making our way back inside. Would like to begin with the presentations. Please, if we can start coming back inside. One, two.